Hey guys, it's the Sun Sage. Welcome and welcome back to those of you who have been rocking with me for some time. Today's reading is going to be a little bit different. It is a pick a card, what the challenges of your connection are. And these are some energies that I pulled. I have failure, fear, conflict, and illusion for what you may feel is the main challenge in your relationship, your twin flame connection. So a couple of things about this reading is that it's something new that I'm trying. I kind of had this idea to see what's going on inside the twin flame connections. And sometimes general readings are good for that, but everybody's situation is different. And so I want to tap into different situations. I'm also going to do this reading as like a part one, part two. So part one is going to be what are the challenges, and part two is going to be about what are the solutions, what's the healing for the connection, okay? So for the pick a card portion, as you see, again, we have failure. So I'm gonna, let's see. We have failure. Okay. We have fear. All right. We have conflict. And we have illusion. Okay, so you pick the energy that most resonates with you as what your challenges in your connection are. And I am going to start with failure, okay? So very similar to other pick a card readings, more than one pile may resonate with you, or more than one card may resonate with you. So this one is one where I would definitely recommend like choosing more than one energy, because there could be more than one thing that you feel is a challenge in your connection. But having one main focus for whatever your challenge is, or whatever you think it is, whatever your intuition is telling you, is also a good indicator of that being the correct challenge in your connection, okay? So for those of you who picked failure, this energy is an energy that tells me that something didn't meet your expectations, that you were on the path to growing your connection with your twin flame, on the path to having something really rewarding, but it never bore fruit, okay? This is a connection that it's like the seeds were planted, it started to grow. There were good times. There was planning of the future. We have the number 7 here, which is planning energy. Like you put a lot of thought into this. You felt good about this. And then something happened, and it feels like this relationship at this point is just really barren and empty, okay? Because it never bore the fruit that you expected it to, all right? It also feels like there's like a lack of closure or a lack of clarity, something with like this fog imagery. There is something here about there needs to be some closure here, or some clarity, something to help you see clearly, something to help you figure out how to move forward, either as an individual or with your twin flame. And this also feels like you kind of are being hard on yourself. Okay, so for those of you who pick this energy, this failure, it feels like you are someone who has a very strong work ethic, and you put your all into everything that you go into. And then when that doesn't have the return that you expect, or the reward that you expect, it's incredibly disappointing for you, and you feel empty and kind of lost, or like a failure. All right, especially something you were planning for it to work out, and you have been planning for a long time. So I feel like you invested a lot in your twin flame connection, and you didn't really get anything back out of it that you were expecting. And so that's why you feel like that's your main challenge at this time, okay? This card also is representative of Taurus energy. Okay, so even if you're not a Taurus or have Taurus in your chart, this could just be how you are feeling about your relationship. You know, this is something tangible and something valuable that you really wanted, and you can tell you wanted it because you put the work in. it just didn't turn out how you wanted it to. And there could be a sense that you're being a little stubborn right now. But we're going to see what's going on. So I'm going to get your energy. I'm going to get your person's energy to try to figure out why failure is showing up as the challenge in your situation. Okay? So we have the Ten of Cups. We have Judgment. Ooh. We have the King of Cups. So this is your energy, group one. This is who you are. And we have the Lovers. All right? So these are pretty, positive energies for the most part. So again, I feel like you had a positive outlook on this connection. I feel like you probably still do, okay? Because these are present energies. So with this Ten of Cups here, I'm getting that you found happiness with this person. You found a sense of fulfillment, somebody who completed you in a sense, or somebody who matched you. And I feel like you and your person suffered like people betraying you, people not being loyal to you. But when you came together, you were able to have this like really loyal, stable, reliable connection. And one that was filled with a lot of affection and a lot of love. All right, because this Ten of Cups here, this is family energy. This is the light at the end of the tunnel, the rainbow. Okay, so you guys so you guys, there's a lot of love here. I feel like you have a lot of love for this person. I feel like it's equal. I do feel like there was, again, a lot of planning that went into this, a lot of investing that went into this for it to get to this Ten of Cups point. But overall, I just feel like you found your happiness with this person, okay? So this person also felt like your purpose. It felt like this is twin flame energy. This is soulmate energy. This is coming to your purpose, all right? So it felt like you were meant to be. There was a strong pull that this person that made you happy, this person that gave you some sort of fulfillment, made you also feel like this was divinely guided. Okay, with that Ten of Cups, you could have wanted a family with this person. You could be really family oriented and wanted this person to be a part of your life long term. And so this Judgment here feels like you felt like this person was your purpose. This was the person you were meant to start a family with, the person you were meant to live with, the person you were meant to love for the rest of your life. All right. Again, with the King of Cups, I get major love energy. Okay. This is kind of like a quiet love, like a shy love. Like you didn't really express it in like obvious ways, but that doesn't mean you weren't capable of it. That doesn't mean that you didn't want to. It just means that you had some sense of restraint in your connection, okay? You were somebody who kind of is an observer. You wanted to see if this person felt the same way about you. I get that with the Judgment card, if they were going to, feel the same pull towards you that you felt towards them. And that's what you were basing your decisions off, what you felt in your heart. But you wanted it to be reciprocated. All right? I feel like you did give your heart to this person. With this this is like the Ace of Cups, okay? This King of Cups is holding the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you gave your heart to this person. You were very vulnerable with this person. You made them feel loved. I get that you probably held back a lot too. Okay, group one, I feel like you held back a lot. But again, I feel like that was because you just wanted to make sure this strong energy pull that you felt towards this person was felt reciprocally. Okay, is that a word? Reciprocally, but felt mutually. And we see here with the Lovers, you did receive some sort of confirmation that this was a mutual love. All right, this is a connection that was where you guys were mirroring each other. Like I saw in that Ten of Cups, I felt like you were very similar. I felt like you had similar experiences. And I feel like that is what pulled you together. Like you wanted to heal with this person. Like you saw yourself in this person and they saw themselves in you. but I do feel like you believe this person to be your twin flame. Okay, so I feel like what happened here is that it didn't live up to the expectation of what you wanted it to be, but there are still a lot of affectionate feelings here for this person. So I'm not sure it's over. All right, you're just going through some challenges, and we're going to get more on that. So I want to see this person, who they are in the connection, before we go into the situation. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. We have two. We have the Fool with the Seven of Pentacles and the Magician. So immediately I feel like this person was ready to risk it all for you, for this relationship. I feel like they may have come on really hard, really aggressive, and come on really fast. Okay. They were probably very verbal about what they wanted with you and how they felt about you. I also feel like they're, it feels like their intentions were love. Okay, their intentions were to come in and shake things up in their own life. It feels like this person had been without love or some sort of loving relationship for some time, and when they met you, they were just ready. It could have even felt like things were moving a little too fast. Like you may have felt like this person was moving too fast. Okay, this Knight of Swords is very rapid energy. It is moving forward. It's also kind of like upsetting a status quo. Not upsetting in a negative way, but like shaking things up and starting like something new. And so I feel like this person definitely came in and shook up your world and had you feeling all types of feelings, had you planning all types of, how you saw them in your future, what you wanted with them. Okay? So I do feel like this person came in very quickly and they wanted some type of romance. I also feel like this person wants freedom. Okay? This person wants freedom, they want space, they want to be able to still explore, they want to still be able to have something that is not what they feel may confine them or hold them back in some way. So with this Fool energy, I feel like they were a little naive about what love was. And so when they came in, they were just so excited. Okay, they were so excited. That's why they were moving so fast. I think they quickly discovered that they needed to break free from, I feel like, a codependency. And so they kind of did that with you. And that could be where the expectations kind of got lost here. Is that this person came in really heavy and really strong, but then they also felt like they wanted to be independent and have their own freedom. Like they didn't want the comfort and the security of a relationship, of a committed relationship. Okay, because the Knight of Swords can be kind of in and out. I don't feel like they're as inconsistent as the Knight of Wands, because this is thought. This isn't just passion. This is thought. This is words. This person, I feel, communicated to you what they felt, what they wanted. There was a conversation, okay, that they possibly initiated here with this Knight of Swords. But it feels like they kind of went in the opposite direction of what they claimed they wanted. So I just want to point out with this Seven of Pentacles and with this Failure card, these are matching energies, okay? This Seven of Earth or Failure in the Mythical Goddess Tarot deck is the Seven of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. So they do have some similar meanings. They do have different meanings in some ways as well. But the overall energy is that there was an investment here that someone got frustrated with. And I feel like it's your person. Maybe things weren't moving as fast as they wanted it to. Perhaps with this Fool energy, they realized they valued their freedom more than they valued a committed relationship. But I do see there was an equal investment put in. I saw that in your energy, group one. with the 10 of Cups and with the Judgment and with the King of Cups and with the Lovers. So this was mutual, okay? You guys may have even talked about having a family together from the energy in this card here. But there was a mutual investment. You know, things were going really, really fast at first. And then this person, because I feel like it was this person, slowed things down. They grew impatient. And it was like they wanted an immediate reward. And perhaps you're somebody different that they're not used to, and they thought things were going to play out. This planning, they planned for you to be different. They planned for things to play out with you in a different way. But when it didn't do that, they kind of got frustrated. All right. So I do feel like this Magician is similar to the Fool in this. They had a lot of naivete about what relationships were, like how much you invest, when you're supposed to, you know, start the process, and how you are supposed to continue the process. It isn't just instant. Like, you can have instant feelings for someone, but in order to have a committed relationship, that's something that you have to put work in. And so I feel like this person did try with this Magician. I feel like they used they realized that investing in this would increase their power. Okay, it would increase they may have even felt like they were improving as a person, like they were becoming a better person with this Magician energy here. Okay, this is more showing me that this person is very exciting. This person also may be someone who can embellish, like the Knight of Swords. I kind of get like they are good with their words. They say what needs to be said. And with the Magician here, there could be a manipulative energy here with your person. But I feel like they worked really, really hard with this Seven of Pentacles I feel like they wanted you to change them. Or you were changing them, Group 1. You were making them become more powerful, more special. They were starting to feel good about themselves, more confident. Okay? So I'm going to see what's going on in your situation, because you both have really positive energies. Okay, so let me see what your situation is while we have this failure card here. The Sun. King of Wands. Five of Wands. And Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So taking a look at these energies that just came out, I feel like what happened in your connection, again, things were going really good, very happy, positive with this Sun card here. You were having a different outlook on life. You were feeling really confident. I feel like these are mutual energies that you were both experiencing, ready to kind of take on the world and take on, you know, this relationship, take it to the public or go public with your relationship. But it looks like there was a clash of outside influences, and I don't want to say the outside influences won, but this Nine of Pentacles feels like because of that, someone just decided to be single. Okay. There could have been an interference of a very strong person here with this King of Wands. Because see, the Sun is here. I feel like your situation, you guys were really happy. You were really feeling positive and optimistic about the direction your relationship was going. You were taking things, you know, ready to take things public or whatever. I feel like this person could also represent someone who interfered with the connection, who wanted to start conflict. Okay, this is someone who has power over somebody in the connection, someone who the person in the connection respects, and they came in with drama. And I feel like they almost convinced this person it was better to be on their own. it was better not to continue to invest in a relationship, but to invest more in themselves. This could also be this person decided to take their own path and invest in themselves first before they invested in a relationship. Okay, so I'm going to get clarity on this Five of Wands and on this Nine of Pentacles. High Priestess. Okay, for Five of Wands and Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Cups. So immediately what I see is that this person, I do feel like this conflict was more inner with this, with your person, group one. I feel like now that I'm looking at it, while you were waiting for this person, while you were ready to take on this new journey, this new adventure with this person, they were having a conflict with themselves. And yes, this conflict could have come from people around them saying things, convincing them that they needed to be single or whatever. But I feel like the ultimate decision was on their own. They made the decision on their own to invest more in themselves and to, you know, invest more in, with that Nine of Pentacles. I feel like they just wanted to live a bachelor or bachelorette life. And I feel like it was more so about money, because it feels like this person is lacking emotionally now. It feels like they built up what they wanted to build up financially, but they were left feeling the loss of this connection with you, with this Five of Cups here. So this person on the outside, they look good, they dress good, they probably live in a nice house, or they, you know, they have they have it together, they're working, they seem to be hardworking, but they neglected their emotional needs here with this Five of Cups. And I feel like they regret it. They're not showing that they regret it with that Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is pretty much okay. It's an independent energy, similar to like the Fool in a way, where it's like free to kind of do what you want. You don't have any attachment to anybody or anything. Your responsibilities and duties are to yourself, but this person is feeling the loss. So I feel like the breakdown came when this person decided, with this Five of Wands, High Priestess, they followed what they believe to be their intuition, their gut, that told them they need to sever ties and focus on themselves. And so while you were happy and waiting for this person and ready to go on this new adventure, this new journey, it feels like they left you hanging. Okay, they didn't really explain anything, and it almost feels like they could have stirred up some conflict with you, made you feel negatively about them, just so they wouldn't have to explain that this was, maybe because they didn't know how to explain that they were going on an inner journey and they really needed to focus on their own growth and their own healing. Okay, so back to this Seven of Earth, or this failure energy. I feel like for you, group one, the viewer, I feel like you were ready to start your life with this person. I feel like you feel like you had already invested a lot in this person, and you already had invested in this connection to the point where you were ready for family, you were ready for marriage, you were ready to give your all to this person. You felt like this was your soulmate. I believe this person felt the same way, and they came on to you really fast, very quickly, very strong. I also feel like they had a sense of maybe they wouldn't live up to you. I would like, because with this Magician and Seven of Pentacles, this Seven of Pentacles and this Magician, it almost feels like they're trying to work hard to be more than what they are too. Okay, so yeah, this could be this person working on their own growth and working on, you know, themselves and using all of their tools to become a better person. This also feels like someone who is working, feels like they have a lot to live up to when it comes to you. All right, and so for the Magician energy, they wanted to be everything to you. This person could be a people pleaser. All right, I do see that in their energy. They want to make everybody happy. That Magician uses all of the tools in their toolbox to make things happen. And I believe that the reason you believe this person was for you with these energies here is because they believe that as well. And they were showing it in different ways. I do feel like they had like people pleaser energy. But ultimately, I feel like they made a decision to put more work into themselves. It doesn't really feel like anything ended here. Okay? There's no tower here. There's no Ten of Swords here. I don't feel like there was a betrayal. I just feel like your person has some inner conflict. Okay, they could have had some secrets. A part of that conflict made them go silent. They weren't telling you anything. They weren't explaining anything to you. And I feel like they regret that because they won their independence with this Nine of Pentacles. They're self-sufficient. They're able to take care of themselves. They're a catch. Okay, they have material things, tangible things that have made their life fulfilling, but they are lacking emotionally because they don't have what they had with you at one time. And that they could feel like a failure. So I feel like you both feel like failures. The viewer feels like a failure because you were ready to go. Like you were ready for this ride. And I think you kind of feel like this person left you hanging. And I feel like they acknowledge that they did. Okay? All right, so group 1, thank you so much for tuning in. I will post the part 2 soon after this. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and make sure you get the notifications for when that part 2 video comes out for the solution and the healing to this reading. Thank you so much. Hey, group 2. So I'm just shuffling because I just finished group 1's reading. So I want to make sure you guys get a nice detailed reading that is descriptive of your situation. So if you're here in group 2, you chose fear as what you believe the challenges in the challenge in your connection is. Okay, fear. This is the 5 of Wind. This is air energy. Okay, so this could be about you overthinking. So how this is going to work, group 2, is I'm going to pick your energy as the twin flame, and then I'm going to pick your person's energy in this twin flame connection, and then I'm going to see what your situation is and why you think fear is the biggest challenge that you're facing with this person. Okay, so let's see who you are. I want to see who the viewer is first. Who's the viewer? Okay, Knight of Cups. I'm not taking those. We have the Hierophant. Okay, I'll take these two. Yep. We have Devil. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So for you, group 1, let's get into it. For your energy to start off with the Knight of Cups, I feel like you are still longing for this person. Okay, you're still longing for your twin flame. You still have a very romantic, deep connection to them. You could be watching them from afar, keeping tabs on them, trying to see if they get into a relationship or seeing if they're interested in anybody else. This could be done via social media. This could be done via, asking friends about this person, mutual friends. But I do feel like you're longing for this person. They touched your heart in a way, and this feels like you still want them. Okay, you still, whatever the challenges you're facing, I feel like there could be a little fear because of the vulnerability that you're experiencing right now, because of the love that you feel for them with this Knight of Cups. You could also want to call this person. If you guys haven't spoken in some time, you could just feel like you want to message them. You could be waiting for a message from them. But there's definitely a need and a longing here to get things back where they were and to restart this connection. All right, so this is who you are, group 1. So with the Hierophant here, again, I feel like you have your mind made up about this being the person that you want to build with, this being the person. This could be someone that you've known for a very long time, someone that you respect. All right. I also feel like you've learned a lot from this relationship. I feel like this person has taught you a lot, and you've become like this master of your emotions and this master of your thoughts with this Hierophant energy here. You have become more spiritual thanks to this relationship. I feel like you could be reading more. All right. You could be getting more in touch with yourself and your wants and needs. I do believe that with this energy, you want to marry this person. All right. I feel like you want to marry them. I still get the energy like you want to send them a message. Like you could be like, wanting to text them or even just journaling or writing something to them that you may not give to them soon, but you want to give to them in the future. Okay. This is like long-term energy. And with this 5 of wind here, and I'm noticing it on the Hierophant too, this is a number 5. This is all about changes and conflict. And with this 5 energy, I feel like you've had some spiritual changes. You've had some major changes in your life due to this twin flame connection. I feel like it's made you want to embrace marriage more, embrace your soulmate more, embrace wanting to be a part of a partnership. I also feel like this has gotten you to an elevated level of spirituality where you feel like this is what, because this is like a tradition energy too, there could be pressure like this is how people in your family did it. They got married, and you could feel like under pressure to fulfill that obligation as well. All right. So with the Devil here, I do feel like you could be obsessing a bit over this person. I got longing here, but with this Devil, I feel like there's a bit of obsession here. Mostly because this person has touched you like in a very deep way, and so you don't want to let them go. All right. You could even feel like there's a very unhealthy attachment here. And with these 2 cards showing up side by side, you could literally be having a fight between like your higher spiritual self and like you're focusing on lust or fantasizing about your twin flame. Okay, like there could be a part of you that craves this person. All right, you probably are craving this person. And yeah, it looks like you're juggling between these 2 energies in your own self, your higher self and possibly the lower nature that speaks to you. The physical part of your relationship with your twin flame that is speaking to you so very strongly in an intimate way, in a very passionate way, but also in a very obsessive. And if you don't have the correct like moderation, it could be kind of self-destructive. Okay. So I feel like that's your energy. All right, let's see. You could be afraid with that fear. I feel like you could be afraid that this person could distract you from the progress you've made spiritually. Right? Like, so your longing for them has grown. Like you start off like as the Knight of Cups, and then you remind yourself that I want to be married to this person. I don't want to just think of them lustfully, but then it's like you can't help it with this Devil here. Okay. And so it's like you are having a back and forth juggling of those 2 energies, and you're experiencing somewhat of a push-pull, okay, with your own self. All right, so let's see who your person is. Who is your twin flame? Okay, we have the 6 of Swords, Hermit, Page of Cups, and the Lovers. Okay, that came out in the first energy. So that deck may also appeal to you. So your person is, I feel like they're trying to stay away from anything too heavy, like anything too deep. They have already gone through a lot, and I feel like they are just happy to be in a position, like moving on in a peaceful way. You could feel like this person is moving on from you. This does show some sort of moving towards something or moving away from something. But with the Hierophant, not the Hierophant, the Hermit showing up after that, it feels like they are moving towards reevaluating what they once valued. So I feel like you and your person are both going through an internal upheaval. You are trying to be more spiritual. You could even be practicing celibacy, but having issues fantasizing about this person. That could be a challenge for you, and you're afraid of what that might do to your spiritual growth. And your person could have a fear that they, if they don't do some soul searching, they could also fall into lust or some sort of attachment, unhealthy attachment. So I feel like with this Hermit card, they're seeking wisdom. All right, I feel like they are seeking, with this Page of Cups showing up after the Hermit, I feel like they're seeking a way to start communicating with you. This could be indicative of a message. Also, the start of something fresh and something new, something more innocent and pure. You both could be having a struggle with like pure intentions and self-fulfilling intentions, okay? This person feels very innocent. And remember, you have the Knight of Cups, group 1. That's your energy. And this person is showing up as the Page of Cups. So they aren't as emotionally involved with you. But I feel like that's why this Hermit showed up, is because they may have turned off their emotions so they could go through this healing and this growth. All right. This is someone who doesn't want to be attached to material things anymore. So they are moving away from that, and it feels like they are peaceful right now. It feels like they are trying to be a good partner eventually with this Lovers card showing up. I feel like they are trying to find a better way to be a better partner to you. This is twin flame energy here. This is representative of Geminis, which are the twins. And so I feel like there's a mutual thing here. This is 15, 1 and a 5 is 6, and the Lovers is a 6. The 6 is about harmony, coming together, past life connection. You just feel like you've met this person before, or you guys know each other very well. So while the Devil is in your energy, the Lovers is in their energy. They want to be pure. They want to focus on having something deep and meaningful and mutual and romantic. And I do see that you want the same thing, but you also lust for this person. I feel like that emotion or that feeling is a little stronger than it is on their side. But I do feel like they have pure intentions. All right. So let's see what's going on in your situation. This person could have needed time to themselves, so you may not be hearing from them. With this Page of Cups, I do feel like they want to communicate to you soon, or every time you hear from them, something about every time you hear from them, you get excited, but it never like leads anywhere. But their feelings are very strong with that Lover's energy. Okay, so let's see what your situation is. We have the Two of Cups. So definitely mutual feelings here. 3 of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. That also came out in the first pick a card. And the Queen of Cups. All right. So this is the fear. This is the fear that this person will hurt you. This person may come off as a little bit emotionally detached to you, group 1. They may come off as kind of aloof and more focused on themselves. And so I feel like you believe that this person will hurt you in some way by choosing someone else, or, you know, bringing someone else into the connection while they're still dealing with you and causing you a lot of pain and a lot of fear. And to be honest, this person could be feeling the exact same way about you. There needs to be a little more trust. You guys are going to have to both earn each other's trust, because it feels like that's what your situation is. You have to believe with this 7 of Pentacles that what you've invested in with this Queen of Cups is love. You could both be doubting that this situation is love. I'm going to clarify this 3 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So the situation, it feels like you have possibly already had a third party situation and you guys overcame that. You were able to express your loyalty to each other. Okay, that's what it feels like with this here. With this 3 of Swords, I believe it took time to rebuild that trust, but you nurtured this relationship. I saw that with the 7 of Pentacles as well. There was a nurturing of this relationship that took place. And we have the Moon clarifying the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like this growth is happening equally on both sides, silently on both sides. You're both going through your own personal transitions. You're both going through your own like darknesses, what you want to work on, what you want to change before you come back together. This could even be something that you guys communicated to each other. You work on yourself, I'll work on myself. And you may not be talking about this, you know, because I feel like there's fear. I mean, this Moon energy confirms that there is a fear here. There's a fear that you will get hurt, and your person also fears that they will get hurt, because you're both there's a lot of cups, you know, court cards out here, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups. There is a need to come together in a loving way, to be understanding towards each other. That's what that's your situation right now. And I think you feel like if you understand this person or come from a place of understanding, they may take advantage of you. And this other person feels like your passion for them could be overwhelming to them. But I do feel like with the Queen of Cups, if you guys understand each other a little better, you could have this like fulfilling romance. All right, because I feel like this is the situation that's happening. You're learning each other. All right, I feel like you are both in the process of learning each other. Okay, so don't forget to tune into part 2 to see what could heal this connection. What are the positives about this connection? Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you can get part 2. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Hey, group 3. Okay, so I am going to pick your energy, your person's energy, and see your situation. For those of you that pick group 3, you feel like the biggest challenge in your relationship is conflict. This could be 2 personality clashes. This could be fighting, arguing. This could be somebody having their family member always sticking up for them, not respecting the boundaries of the relationship, interferences from other people. It feels like there's a lot of, it definitely feels like there's a lot of conflict here, a lot of drama, okay, in your connection. And so you feel like that's the biggest challenge. All right. The number 5 is here as well. This is the 5 of Fire. This would be the 5 of Wands in the traditional tarot. But it feels like you guys are, you and your person are fighting against each other at this time, as opposed to fighting with each other. Okay, so that definitely is a challenge in a connection. I want to make sure I Shuffle these really good. Okay, again, more than one card may resonate with you. So if you connect it with any of the other energies, please feel free to take a look at those readings as well. Okay, so group one, I'm going to get your energy, but more on this Five of Fire. Again, I just feel like there's a lot of inability to communicate to each other in a kind way. So that's causing misunderstandings. That's causing like these kind of passive aggressive moments in your relationship. There's a lack of really focusing on working together. And so it feels like you guys are working apart. All right. That makes sense. So let's see who you are. I want to see who the viewer is. Group 3. I want to see who you are. Okay. Ace of Cups. Ten of Cups. Queen of Wands. Nice energy so far. And the Seven of Pentacles. This has come out in every single one of the readings, which just tells me as a reader, a lot of y'all are frustrated in this twin flame connection. Y'all are frustrated at how slow things are going. And there's just like a lot of waiting and waiting to get the return on your investment. But anyway, so for you, group 3, you're showing up as loving. You feel like you're the best thing that could have happened to someone. You have this Ace of Cups filled with everything from promises to not just promises, but promises you plan on keeping and fulfilling. This is, love unconditionally, birth, just new starts, and the promise of something good to come. The promise of something good already here. So I feel like you are a very loving person, especially to your twin flame. You love them dearly. Okay. It also feels like with this, these two showing up side by side, this Ace of Cups and this Ten of Cups, it feels to me like you could be more emotionally evolved than your partner. I said involved, so you could even be more emotionally involved than your person, okay? But it feels like you are more emotionally evolved than them, okay? With this Ace of Cups and this Ten of Cups, I feel like you have brought a lot to this relationship. You have made this person feel at home with you. You have welcomed this person into your life, okay? You also see marriage with this twin flame. You see a true love relationship that could blossom into, that could go from this Ace of Cups to this Ten of Cups. That could go from the feelings of starting something new and having something good to actually fulfilling that promise, all right? I also feel like you have a good sense of inclusion, like you include this person in your life. You include them. You made them feel comfortable. They could have even stayed with you at some point. They could be staying with you now. But I feel like you do it out of love. You heal. You're a healer. Okay? You heal through love and making people feel welcome. All right? With this Queen of Wands showing up, this is definitely like warmth. Okay, you have a warmth about you, that you're very attractive, very beautiful. It feels like you have everything a person could ever wanted. On the material side with that Ten of Cups, that could be house, that could be like a good job, and you're just a kind person on the inside. Okay, you are wanting more passion from this connection, and the reason why we could have this Five of Fire, this conflict here, is because you could feel like the way of bringing more passion into the relationship is by stoking this person's like insecurities, or perhaps you've done this unintentionally, but it feels like you have the upper hand. I see that when I said more emotionally involved. I feel like you could have the upper hand in this relationship. Okay, that could be a problem for your person. We're going to see what their energy is. But with this Seven of Cups, it almost feels like you've tried a lot of things and it feels like nothing is working. All right, so I get that you're putting a lot into this connection. You could have even put a lot into working on yourself, trying to work on some things that this person felt was a little bit incompatible with their personality, but you don't really feel like you're getting anywhere with that. But this is the energy that things take time, okay? The Seven of Pentacles, things are going to take time. And so you definitely are coming off as like passionate. You want things to happen now. You want your way with this Queen of Wands energy right here. You feel like you already love this person. What's the hold up? Why are we still, why are we still not where we should be? Okay, I feel like that's your energy. Okay, I do feel like you brought so much to the table that you could feel like this person is not matching you. Like they're not your equal. Okay, I'm going to see what your twin flame, who they are. Who's your twin flame? Okay, Three of Pentacles. They come off as more passive than you. Eight of Swords. Ace of Wands. Okay. Ten of Swords. So your twin flame, group 3, could be someone who is very emotionally up and down. All right, they could be someone who is very emotionally up and down, and you could feel like you've had a lot of patience with them. All right, you're a very patient person. You know that you're a catch. You do love this person. You do want them in your life. You've shown them. This feels like I'm trying energy. That's what this card feels like. Like I'm trying to work with you. Okay, but because this Eight of Swords is coming out after it, it feels like I'm trying to collaborate with you, to compromise with you, to listen to you, to show you that I can be a team player, but it doesn't feel like they acknowledge, it almost feels like because they're not in charge, like I said, you guys feel like you're not equals. So your personality could be bigger than theirs. The love you feel could be deeper than theirs. And they sort of feel stuck in this situation. This is someone who has a lot of pain, as we're going to see with that Ten of Swords, and I'll get clarity on that. But this is somebody who has a lot of, they feel like they're restrained. So they could even feel like every time they get into a relationship, it's somebody trying to control them. All right, like they're being controlled in some way. They are compromising in some way. This person have a really immature mindset about how relationships work. So if they're not in charge, or if they are not the ones who initiate things, then they're being controlled by someone or something. All right, I also think this person doesn't see how passionate you are about them. I feel like they turned a blind eye to what you really need to thrive in this relationship. And so it comes off like they have this passion in them. It feels like they've turned a blind eye to their own passion. Like they're passionate about you, but they don't want to see it. They don't want to experience it. They want to hold themselves back from truly releasing what they feel for you. And so that's the conflict right there. Okay, we have two different personality types. We have somebody who feels like more spontaneous, and let's go with let's get this thing off the ground. Let's go with the flow. And then you have someone who suffers through dark moods with this Eight of Swords here and this Ten of Swords. I'm going to clarify both. Okay. This is someone who needs healing. Okay. They've experienced a lot of pain. And so it feels like they don't allow themselves to be happy. Let me clarify this Eight of Swords, Five of Wands, which is a matching card with that Five of Fire right there, conflict. Let me clarify the Ten of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. So they don't like to fight. This person is more of, you're a fighter, group 3. You're a fighter, and your twin is coming off as someone who tries to shy away from conflict. They may even be someone who lets other people fight their battles. All right. They could have a way of being really naive about dealing with their problems, and they're not like a problem solver, so they allow other people to influence them. With this Eight of Pentacles clarifying this Ten of Swords, I feel like they try to not be like a drag on this relationship. I feel like they do try. They put in that effort. I also feel like they feel defeated. Okay, there's a sense of them that often feels defeated with this Ten of Swords. They feel like things have come to an end between you, or like you have the power to hurt them. If they allow themselves to feel anything, then they are going to get hurt, stabbed in the back. They may be intimidated by the fact that you are someone who a lot of people want, and so they try to hold themselves back from what they feel for you. They could try to push you away. I want to clarify this Three of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. So we have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Swords showing up in this person's energy. They're worried about what other people think. They're worried about what other people think. They rely on the opinions of others. They don't really trust themselves. Okay? They don't trust themselves. I feel like they have tried to come out of that energy and try to be more independent and try to be more confident. But every time they do, it's not consistent. It's not long lasting. Okay. So I want to see what you guys' situation is. These wanted to come out. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Cups. Okay. Let's see what this situation is. The World and the Four of Swords. And before I get to that, we do have matching energies here. Again, the Five of Fire with the Five of Wands. Okay, so definitely conflict and fighting each other, fighting against each other as opposed to with each other. So what we have for your situation is the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups, the World, and the Five of Swords. So right now, your twin flame connection is going through a big changes, a lot of changes. It feels like you're caught up in this never-ending cycle of wanting to love this person a little bit more and perhaps wanting to end this thing with this person to get a little more peace of mind for yourself. Okay? All right, so it feels like the more you go through these changes, the stronger your feelings could get. The stronger your feelings could even get for each other, because this is your situation, so this could be mutual energy. You both feel this way. But I do feel like this is the viewer, and I feel like you also just want to get over this. You either want things to end or get over this hurdle, okay? You want to overcome this with your twin flame. You feel like you've done your part, group 3. You feel like you've done your part. There's like, what else could you do? But I think what this advice is that maybe there needs to be a moment of pause to take some time out to think about the situation that you are going through. All right, give yourself some peace of mind, because again, I feel like you are the more emotionally invested person in this connection, and your frustration has created, like, you guys have gone at each other because you're frustrated and this person just seems incapable of giving what you give. And so there's a sense that you need to rest. You've exerted yourself emotionally. You've given so much to this relationship. I feel like you need to rest. All right. So I am going to do a part 2 where I'm going to have energies that you pick a card based on what will heal this connection with this person, how to get through these challenges. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Also make sure you get the notifications for that video when it does come out. Again, this is part 1. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, group 3. I will talk to you soon. Hey, group 4, welcome back. All right, so if you picked the 10 of Wind or the Illusion card, you feel like the biggest challenge in your relationship right now is illusions. Okay, this could be one or both parties in your twin flame connection not seeing things how they truly are. Someone could be over exaggerating the issues that you have. Someone could be underplaying the issues that you have. But there's a sense here like there's something that needs to be dealt with and addressed. But it may not be as big as like one or both of you are making it out to be. Okay. So that is that energy there. I'm going to get your energy first, group 1. To see where you're coming from, and then I'm going to get your twin flames energy, and then I'm going to see what your situation is, why this illusion card came out for your relationship right now. All right, so let's see. So let me go. Okay, so again, with this 10 of Wind, this illusion, again, there is something that needs to be addressed, but it feels like it's not as big as what you think it is. However, it's causing challenges in your connection because someone is too afraid to address it, and someone could, you are seeing things in different ways from different perspectives. So someone could see it as it's bigger than what it truly is, and there's somebody who's afraid to address it. They're afraid to confront what the issue is. All right, so let me see who you are, group 4. 6 of Swords. Queen of Wands. We just had that in the third deck. More than one of these cards may appeal to you as well for what the challenges in your connection are. So please feel free to view some of the other readings as well. Okay, 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords. All right, so for you, group 4. So with the 6 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords, I feel like you are ready to give up. I feel like you are ready to just give up on something or someone. You are wanting to move away from the conflict that this relationship is having. You're wanting to focus on yourself and what you bring to like the table. Like you're probably self-nurturing. You are taking care of yourself, looking good to others. And I feel like that's after like you've gone through a lot and you're just ready to have like some peace of mind in this situation with this 6 of Swords here. It feels like you're having fun at this point in your life, and this relationship, this connection is still very much a big part of your life, but not as big as it once was. All right. It feels like you have rethought this situation and you're ready to end it. I feel like you're in the healing process of accepting that this is something that you want to come to an end. at least at this time. All right. You want to put an end to the uncertainty. You want to put an end to what you feel is like betrayal from your twin flame. And so you're ready to heal. You're ready to heal. And it's almost like you have an energy of, I want to just get it over with. You could be feeling so confident right now, and so like you're thriving right now, and this could feel like a drag on whatever you're experiencing on your own. This connection could feel like a drag. All right. I feel like you're spending a lot of time to yourself. Again, I feel like you're focusing a lot on what you want and deserve from a relationship. And I think that after realizing those things, you realize that you weren't getting that. And it was like a hard lesson. These are matching energies. The 10 of Wind and the 10 of Swords, the illusion. Okay. So it feels like you could be at the end of this relationship. It also feels like maybe you just needed to take a step back so that something could fall apart, so that something else could come together in a more workable way between you and your twin flame. So that could be the illusion part on your part, group 4, is that you are seeing things as over, like you're done, you're ready to move on, you're ready to focus on yourself. And we're going to see from your person, perhaps they don't want to end things, okay? So let's see how they're feeling, and then we're going to get your situation. 5 of Cups. This is your twin flame. Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Wands. Five of Swords. So this person could have betrayed you. I feel like your twin flame feels like they were at fault for the connection ending, for whatever happened that made you feel betrayed. I do feel like they regret it. Okay, they're having big regrets right now with this 5 of Cups. They feel like they let you go. They feel like they didn't do what you, like they didn't give you what you deserve. Like there was so much more that they could have done that they didn't do. If you guys are in separation, they're definitely missing you. I think that you left them, group 4. If with this 6 of Swords, it feels like you were like, oh no. And you left and you went, you got fined. You could have cut your hair. You could have changed your entire look, started getting more attention, and this person is regretting. Okay, all the while you do feel hurt with this 10 of Swords. Okay, I do feel that you feel hurt and pain, but I do feel like a part of you knows that this needed to end. At least the relationship as it was needed to end. And so this person who was probably the reason, your twin flame is most likely the reason for why this ended. This is how they're feeling right now. They're overcome with emotions. They could be spending time like crying and just thinking about memories of you. But this has created some changes in them with this Wheel of Fortune. It feels like things could go either way. So they have no idea if you're coming back to them. They have no idea if they should pursue you with this Wheel of Fortune. Like this is like an ongoing cycle for them. This cycle of sadness. Then they get excited. Like they want to come towards you, like they want to, give you a brand new offer, like they want to reignite this relationship. But I think they self-sabotage with this 5 of Swords. If you're hurt, so I don't feel like this person has taken any action towards you. It's like they didn't try to clear things up. It's like they didn't try to win you back, win you over. And so I feel like you're looking at it as like, damn, they really just left me high and dry like that. They really just hurt me and went on about their way. Yes, I look good on the outside and I'm getting attention and I'm doing well, but I'm also hurting. We saw that with the Ten of Swords. And I feel like with this person, they're too insecure and too emotionally overcome to really fulfill what this Ace of Wands could be. So this is, I feel, what they feel for you with this Ace of Wands. It's like you excite them and you have this passion about you that is ignited in them, but that's as far as it gets, because then they start self-sabotaging and aligning themselves with people who are not good for them. They start playing these mind games. And so that's the illusion part of it right there. So for the watcher, the viewer of this, the illusion part, the challenge with this relationship on your part for the illusion is that you're probably thinking this person hasn't thought a second thought about your pain and what they put you through. Okay. And then on the flip side,